Hello, callers. Welcome to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We are going to begin with Ousmane Dembele, who is still out injured. Of course, Dembele's Barca contract has two different release clauses. This is a huge revelation from none other than Fabrizio Romano. We are going to be discussing on the details of that as we progress. Then to conclude this episode, we'll be talking about Ikai Gondugan as the Barca target has not ruled out the possibility of renewing with Manchester City. We are also going to be discussing on that report. So guys, as we get right into it in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch right up to the very end. Ousmane Dembele penned down a new deal with Barcelona in the summer until 2024 on terms lower than the ones he was initially on and far lower than the ones he wanted to renew. However, it seems Dembele did prepare a potential contingency plan before extending his contract, and that was to put two different release clauses, according to Fabrizio Romano. The first one stands at 100 million euros, which is valid for this year, especially in April, May, and June. Should an interested party look to secure Dembele's services without going through Barcelona, they can pay that amount early. Otherwise, they could choose to, wait until July and August when the clause drops to 50 million euros. This is when the summer transfer window is at the peak of its activity, with clubs trying to secure the squad before the new season kicks in. Dembele is an important part of Xavi's Barca project. The manager has been showering high praise on the winger often this season, even calling him one of the most talented players he has seen in his life. He said, "For me, he is important, he is different and fundamental. It's hard to find such decisive players in one-on-one situations. The club know that. Since we have been here, he's been an extraordinary level. I hope he stays here for many years," the coach also said. In fact, Xavi seems to be the only reason why the Frenchman is still at the club right now. Barcelona had banished him to the sidelines when the player reportedly refused to extend his contract unless on his own terms. However, Xavi intertwined in the issue and asked the club to let him play even if he were to leave on a free transfer. Dembele ended up amassing 13 assists in 21 appearances through the season, with all contributions coming under Xavi's tenure. As such, Barcelona are trying to renew Dembele's contract before any team tries to lure him in with a dazzling offer. The player wants to stay at the club and would be more willing to extend his contract now than he was last season. Of course, Ousmane Dembele currently is still injured and maybe will play against Real Madrid next week as he has started group training according to new reports. So talking about his future at the club, of course, Dembele's contract comes to an end 2024 and of course, Fabrizio Romano bringing up a latest update on his situation when it comes to his contract, that Dembele has two release clauses. Of course, one is for 100 million euros, which is valid for this year, that is now till June. Then the other one will be 50 million euros, which will be for the next year. And definitely we know those are release clauses that are so payable by, also affordable by other interested clubs. So Barcelona, knowing fully well that Dembele is even playing at the club in a very low wages compared to the wages that he usually took or he took last time out before extending this other contract, it might be very, very vulnerable if Barca or if an interested party comes knocking on the door. And we all know Dembele's history when it comes to his desire for a better pay and everything like that. Quite remember when before Xavi came in, there were serious tensions going on between Dembele's camp and Barca. Of course, his agent was not making things easy at all for Laporta's board because they wanted a better offer but couldn't understand the situation that Barca are currently going through. So to be honest, if Barca really want to renew Dembele, I think they should do it fast because I don't think Dembele with his impeccable form right now will lack suitors. Suitors will always be there. And also looking at the fact that his release clause is so much affordable by many top clubs, it won't be any problem for them to sign him. So I think Dembele, of course, his future is still uncertain, even though Barca, according to reports, want to extend it even more further, but they need to do it fast because Dembele might still be tempted if a big club comes and they are willing to pay or give him more or far better offer than what Barca currently does. I think he will be so tempted to depart and look for greener pastures elsewhere. So right now, Xavi, of course, continue to praise Dembele as we all know. Always say he is the best player in his position for him and so on and so forth. So there is still time for that, but I think Barca will try to ensure that in this coming summer, his contract will be extended at the soonest. Then on to the next story of discussion. Barcelona have set their sights on a summer move for Manchester City captain and midfielder Ilkay Gondugan. The 32-year-old is in the final few months of his contract with the Premier League champions and is staring at an uncertain future. Barca, who will again be shopping in the free agent pool, have identified Gondogan as a vital target as he will be experienced or bring a lot of experience, leadership, and versatility to the midfield all on the Bosman deal. Recent reports have suggested that Gondogan would be open to a move to Spotify Camp Nou in the summer. His agent had held a meeting with Barcelona's officials in the recent past as well. But according to Sky Germany, as relayed by Mundo Deportivo, Gondogan is in no rush to make a decision on his future and has not ruled out the possibility of renewing his contract with Manchester City. The report states that the German international is set to welcome a new baby into the world and that could have a major influence on his next move. For now, the 32-year-old veteran is fully focused on his imminent paternity and will only be making a decision on his future afterwards. Barcelona could be in need of a new midfielder in the summer as Sergio Busquets' contract expires at the end of the season. The Blaugrana are understood to have made a 1+1 offer worth 3 to 4 million euros per year net, which will be a drastic pay cut for the captain. If he decides not to accept that proposal, someone like Gondogan would be or could be a handy short-term replacement. Even if Busquets stays, adding the German midfielder could be a smart move as he can operate as a pivot or even as an interior midfielder. But the Manchester City ace is not ruling out the possibility of signing a new contract at the club. At the same time, his wage demands could also be an issue for Barca, who are facing the steep battle against La Liga's financial fair play issues. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.